and was doing his lead, and the next thing you know, he just grabs a folding chair and just starts playing slide with it, walking around the crowd.
Right on. Hey, welcome back to the Riffs and Rhythms podcast. My name's Kevin McLaughlin.
And I'm Paul Robertson, and I am the Rhythms.
You're the Rhythms, and I'm the Riffs.
That's correct.
He's the drummer.
That's correct.
And I'm the guitar player.
Yes. So thanks again for tuning in here tonight. We've got some really cool guests hanging out here. We're going to share some stories. It's been, I tell you, just a real quick catch up there. You know, right now we're taping this episode, and it's about ready to hail outside. And the last time I went to a Kevin McLaughlin show, it hailed. Holy hailed. And
yeah, it was cool. We got free ice cubes from the sky.
I know. It was. I got pinged with one.
You know, did you really?
Sorry, Dino was trying out his new sound effects.
Yeah, it was crazy. We were under the awning, and all of a sudden it sounded like fireworks were going off.
Yeah.
And then I realized it was hail hitting the awning. That was insane.
Well, no, I thought somebody was throwing ice at me, which probably wouldn't be surprising, actually. Somebody was throwing ice. Yeah. And then I got freaking hit in the side, and I got a mark, and somebody thinks I got, something happened. I had to explain to my wife, It's like, no, it was God. God did it. God leaving me bruises. Yeah. So anyway, so it was a good show there. We, your album release party, right?
Right. We had the album release party, and it was great. It was cool to see so many people show up. It was, the actual concert was canceled, as you know, so I didn't get my band rock concert. But we put a sign up at the concert venue that said, show moved to Sneaky Tiki. And we just started the after party when the concert was
early.
Start. And then,
oh, man!
Yeah, exactly. And our friend Brad Brock was kind enough to let me go up on his stage and do some acoustic versions of the album songs, and a ton of people showed up. It was great.
Yeah, I got a chance to jam with you guys, right?
Yeah, with your pitch slap.
That's right, my box, right?
He was fiddling with his box like he does.
That speaking of that, was how fascinated Freya was last episode was the box.
Yeah,
she kept talking about it.
Yeah,
so
she did.
Yeah, she's fascinated by the box, slapping the box. So anyway, so it was good to be back here. So fuck it, let's just jump right in here.
We should not wait. These guests are good ones.
They're like, let's go here. We got lizards to catch and chase down and all that, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a minute. So all right, let's welcome to the podcast here, Billy T and Chris. How you doing, guys?
Great. How are you guys?
Good. How you doing?
So yeah, look at that applause you got there, man.
Wow, that's crazy. Insane. It's good to be here.
Yeah. So
thanks for having us.
Yeah, no, I know.
Why you wanted us, I have no idea, but thank you.
Well, we're here.
It's too late.
Yeah, we've already started. You got to stay till the end.
So yeah, so I have known Billy for quite a few years, and I know So Billy is has performed in a lot of bands here in Treasure Coast. We'll talk a little bit about that. Get the rundown on you guys' story, and you guys got a music project as well too that you're going to be working on.
Yep. We a band getting ready to launch called Back in Business.
Nice.
Kind of gritty, bluesy type of stuff. Rock, blues. Led Zeppelin, Allman Brothers, some Pink Floyd, things of that nature.
Okay.
Maybe a few originals.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Very cool. So, I hear originals, and you guys know we have a segment of the show where we review original music for whether the riff or the rhythm makes the song. So. Once you get that, definitely got to come on back and get it lined up, and we'll give it a review for sure.
That's good. Cool.
Looking forward to that. So, so just real quick here, I want you to hand this, if you can, over to Mr. Billy T there, and just hand it to him and see if he'll get the reference here. So just a little backstory as I hand this over to Billy here. So. A little story is Billy and I, we used to be in a band together, so we're going a little bit way back here, and he's looking at a ticket that we had from a Main Street.
They sold tickets to this?
Didn't you get your money? Didn't you get your cut?
I'm still waiting.
Oh, that was a crazy event there. So original music closed down all of Main Street in March of, I think they still do it every year, I think. And we played 2 sets, one at the Boot Hill the parking lot on that rickety ass
Right.
stage.
That's right.
And one at Main Street Station, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. So
Two shows in one day.
that's right. Yeah. So it was definitely an interesting show, event, weekend, to say the least.
Yeah.
So
Well, they didn't know it, but we snuck a cover song in there.
that's right. Yeah. That's right. This was the infamous that Main Street Station is where Mr. Vaughn Jackson.
Oh, is that where the chair thing happened?
See,
That's right.
that's all I had to
That's
say.
famous story there. Yeah.
Yeah, that picture is iconic.
So
Video. Have you seen the video?
No, tell us the story about how the chair thing happened.
Well, we were playing Alabama Blues, one of the songs I wrote, and he walked out in the crowd and was doing his lead, and the next thing you know, he just grabs a folding chair and just starts playing slide with it, walking around the crowd. And if you go on YouTube and you look up, I think it's Vaughn. I'll have to look for the link and send it to you. Vaughn Jackson does sliding chair in Alabama Blues or something like that, and it's about a 40-second video, and it's pretty entertaining.
Wait, I don't think I've seen the video.
Oh my God!
Well, I'll definitely get it and send it to you.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we can get work on our editing skills, maybe we can insert it in the video for when this airs. But yeah, I think it's a good thing because I'm sure if there was somebody walking around with crutches, Vaughn would have probably grabbed the crutches and slid with that. There's nothing that he wouldn't slide with, right?
No, I've seen him. I've seen him use the whammy bar for a yo-yo. But you know what? He did it well. He did it well. The crowd loved it, and he's something else.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So so some interesting. That was tales for.
Definitely a tale from the road.
Yeah. So that was a great weekend. Again, original music. It was a great focus on that stuff. Like I said, I don't know if they're still doing it. DeLand still. I think there's one in DeLand, and but you have to look it up. I forget what the organization was, but I figured you get a kick out of seeing the ticket there. So
Yeah.
definitely bring back memories.
I never even knew these tickets existed. Actually, I've never seen one of these. That's pretty cool.
So it was we went up that night. It was like a Wednesday or Thursday night before that weekend. We had to go up and get our tickets. So I left work from West Palm, drove up to Daytona, got the tickets, and then came back that night. So yeah, I think we just gave most of our tickets away. We never actually sold or made money off.
That whole weekend was a bit of a blur.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah. So yeah, so this new project you guys are working on here. So you got who else you got in the band there? What's the configuration?
Well, Phil Wicks playing bass, which probably everybody knows Phil around here.
Yeah.
And Johnny Larison, I don't know if you guys know him or not. He's our drummer, and he's kind of he's like a death metal drummer. So we have to keep him reined in a little bit, but
Metal blues. I can't wait to see this.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, he's a death metal drummer, but he's a drummer first and foremost. So he possesses some dynamics to hold back.
Yeah, he's. So back in business because most of us haven't been playing for a while, so that's where we came up with the name.
Yeah. So how far out you guys gonna be gigging?
We're about ready, really.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're hoping really, this summer. Dead of the heat, outside venues. We can't wait.
Sweating balls.
Can't wait.
Yeah, we'll probably have to take most of those gigs everybody else doesn't want until we get a little recognition.
Yeah, it's usually how it goes.
Yeah. But that's
Yeah.
okay. We don't care.
Yeah, gotta play. Gotta get it in somewhere.
Absolutely.
Maybe we could open for the Kevin McLaughlin band.
There you go.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
There you go.
So we've talked about trying to maybe look to put it together and our year anniversary of all the bands who've been on the show.
Riffs and Rhythms Fest.
That's right. So let's get that all locked down. Not till September, probably time frame. Just right in the middle of hurricane season to
Where's
start
that
it.
going to be at?
Yeah, that was my next question.
TBD.
Oh,
We just thought of it right now.
it's not going to be in here, is it?
Standing room only.
No, that's a great idea. We should definitely do that.
Yeah. I think
Feature all the artists that we've featured. Cool. Yeah,
All
I
right,
like
yeah.
it. I'm in.
Yeah, so we're well. I'm glad you are because it would be me doing it without you would be weird. Because you know what? No, you know what? No, you don't have to be in because then it would be purely the Rhythms and Rhythms Fest.
That's not a festival.
The rhythms.
Gotta have riffs.
Right.
Gotta have riffs.
So Billy, you talked about some of the influences there that for the new band, the new project. One of them you just kind of I think very influential. I know I didn't know of this artist until you was Anders
Yep.
Osborne, and you just saw him just recently.
I did Sunday at the Blackwater Soul Revival up in St. Augustine with. It was Anders opened the show. He did an acoustic set with a saxophone player, and I feel like his last name was Malone. I can't remember what his name is, but excellent. Was far better than. I have an issue seeing an acoustic show in a big venue. I want to see a rock show in a big venue.
Getcha. Yeah.
And I've seen him play acoustic, which was good. It's just not my thing to see in a big venue, but the saxophone made a monster difference, and it was just outstanding. Right after that was G Love and Special Sauce. They were good. Wasn't really that familiar with them, but I liked all they did. And the Allman Betts Band afterwards, they played a lot of their own stuff, and they played a few Allman Brothers stuff. And then J.J. Gray Mofro, I don't even know if I got to say anything about that. It was just off the charts. So
that was all one night.
yeah,
Holy cow! That's
they all
that's a lineup.
did. Yeah, they did. They didn't do long sets. It started the first. Anders came on at 5, and the show was over at 10.
Okay.
So
I guess it's pretty easy to move an acoustic set right off the stage.
they had everything built up.
Yeah.
They built back.
Yeah.
So once J.J. Gray came up, the floor was open. He had a big opening that he could walk around.
Very cool. So
He was
yeah,
the headliner.
J.J. Gray was the headliner. Yes.
so right, and then the Allman Brothers, as I know, as I've our going way back is very influential for you, the Allman Brothers.
Absolutely. That's my favorite band of all time.
So all right, I'll put you on the spot. All right, pick the favorite song.
Favorite Ain't Wasting Time No More. Favorite song. And I would actually learn how to play it, but the intro is piano, so I never really tried to mess with it too much.
Do you know a piano player?
Yeah, a couple.
Okay, all right.
What's his number? Because I want to steal yours.
Uh-oh.
I'll give you a number. You just can't keep them.
I'm just kidding.
So yeah, speaking of that, yeah, a little plug there for you as well. There is your Allman Brothers tribute band, Brothers
Doing
After
the
All.
tribute band thing with the Allman Brothers. It's going pretty well.
So you'd be definitely a good critic or reviewer of how well they're performing, though.
Well, I've seen them twice, and it's an outstanding show. It's just an outstanding show. They do an excellent job. First time I saw them, my only disappointment was they did Elizabeth Reed and Mountain Jam back to back, and then they didn't follow it up with Jessica. You're
We
on.
did play Jessica, but we just didn't do it in that order.
Hey, if you're going instrumental, go instrumental, right?
Yeah, you go get him, Bill. You get him, Billy. You get him.
Now, outstanding show. I love it. I love seeing stuff like that close to home, especially too. You don't have to travel very far because I've seen the Allman Brothers all over the country, and it's always a nightmare getting home. Or when you get home, you got to come back to reality. So
Fair.
Yeah, I saw you guys at Terra Firmata as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't that the Allman Brothers tribute band you were doing that night when Ace and I went there? And
Was it the night was super cold?
we did the brownies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
Did it just turn into a baking show?
certainly did.
Yep. They had a baking expedition there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exhibition, something like that.
Yeah, you guys were great that night, I thought.
Yeah, I think that was our first ever show.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Chris. I referencing brownies and seeing that he was really good. Is it?
I don't know that he ate the brownies, but I did.
He sounded awesome.
That's probably why he sounded so good.
Yeah, that's
Is that why you couldn't make practice the next day?
the secret.
Crazy!
Yeah.
Yep. The secret to a good crowd response is free brownies.
Oh yeah,
Especially
tomorrow.
when Ace makes them.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
May he rest
That's
in
right.
peace.
Ace brought his own brownies.
Yeah,
That's
correct.
why. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those things are potent.
What are we doing here, Dino?
Wrong one. I thought that was the. But it's
All right, we're gonna put a pause on our sound effects at the moment. But yeah, so I know that's a lot growing up there, and yeah, you know what? It's funny, Billy. It was after we met, and it goes back to 2016.
Deerfield Beach.
Deerfield Beach. That's right.
Yep.
Right.
And speaking of Deerfield, well, the guy you didn't come back. I met you at the American Rock Bar. That's what it was called.
It was with Baruz and Mikey and
Yeah, the guy. There was a guy. The hotel that we stayed at that night. The guy who runs the bar, Johnny Cocktails, we called him. I ended up becoming friends with him that same night also, and I saw him at the show last week, the other night.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an interesting lineup there that night, right? It was and that was go one step further back of 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Don't remember, you didn't get the reference last time I said it, so never
Yeah.
mind.
Well, they talk about that all the
Yeah.
time. But
It was it went further back to the Battle of the Bands here in Abaco and Jupiter. Was that kind of how some of that with Baruz and Mikey? There was a Battle of the Bands here in Jupiter.
I don't think I was at that.
Okay, so it was there was a band, another guy that won it. He was like very much reggae kind of based, and he already had a huge crowd that was there voting for. Anyway, so that's how Baruz had met Mikey and Gail and everybody, and then
then also, I had totally forgotten until just recently that you guys played together in Sonic Sun, right?
Yeah, and that's how we met, because that night at the American Rock Bar, I think we had a drummer quit, and then we had to use Mikey's drummer that night, and we met him, and he became our drummer. So that's how it all happened.
and you had a harmonica guy come from Daytona.
That's right.
To come down, right?
Yeah.
It was just Paul.
He's the harmonica guy now.
I've seen some of that. Yeah, we got to talk about that. Is he just good with his lips or what?
I wouldn't know.
He ain't telling.
So yeah, you fully switched over from guitar to harmonica, or
No, I still play guitar. I don't play a lot in the band because he does a much better job than I do. So there's if I need to, then I'll put it in there. But it's a lot to do with singing and playing the harmonica and trying to play guitar, and it's quite a bit. It's a lot to do.
yeah. And we've talked a lot about is just that it's more than just playing an instrument. It's singing and playing the guitar and all those things like you just said. It's multi.
Properly executing the current rock pose for that part of the song,
Right.
making sure you don't trip over chords, and
Exactly. Well, we've gone in the garage. We've gone pretty well wireless, so there's not a whole lot of
Yeah.
chords.
Okay.
Chords drive me nuts.
yeah, me too.
So right now you're probably having like a little panic attack here. What's going on with all this that nobody can see?
As soon as I said that, I started looking down at the ground.
Yeah, there's chords everywhere.
And I think that it's funny because again when we used to practice jam rehearse whatever the proper terminology is right at your house was I said that's kind of if you've this show is like if you've never been in a band at the after band practice just hanging out just shooting the shit and having a couple drinks or whatever and talking music talking shit to each other, that's kind of what the show is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and he does a lot of it to me. So.
I do. I give him a hard time because he's a drummer, and like today, he's like, "I'm just a drummer. How am I expected to keep time?" And I'm like, isn't that kind of your job in the band?
You follow me, remember? You follow the drummer.
Yeah, one that has time, I'll follow.
I got no time for you.
Apparently not. Anyway,
So yeah, no, I'm really excited for you. Happy for you, Billy. There, kind of getting some back into it because I think again, like a lot, what COVID had done is lock stuff down, and people just got very disconnected. I'm sure a lot of the virtual stuff and just jamming and trying to get back to normal. And it was, it's good. Good to definitely can see back.
Yeah, we're excited for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Cool.
It's gonna be fun.
What kind of? I mean, you haven't gotten booked out yet, but what kind of places you kind of think that you're going to be roughly? Anywhere?
Terra Firmata,
Yeah.
tiki bars.
Yeah.
We're trying to stay away from the closed smoky bars.
Maybe get into Earl's. I've played at Earl's a bunch of times, so
Yeah.
I'm hoping I still have some connections.
I have
there.
contacts at a few venues.
Cool.
I'll just kind of wait until we're 100% ready, which we're really not far off. I mean, just a few more songs, and we got a complete list together, and that's it.
Very cool.
When you guys are ready, let me know if I can steer you into some gigs. I certainly will.
Absolutely, we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not easy getting started.
Now we could. Somebody called us and wanted us to play the Hoffman the other night, but he was.
I was in St. Augustine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so it's already starting to come in. Word is out already.
Apparently,
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good stuff. So, are you playing with anybody, Paul, these days?
No, stop and start. The whole podcast life is now kind of consumed most of my spare time. I'd like to try to get back into something. You can see right now how well the drums are doing. They're stacked up in the corner
Right.
because we're running out of room here in the little studio here.
It's just you can see the stone wall better.
Oh, Trey, did you introduce the guys to the?
Oh, have you guys met Jackson?
no.
Jackson,
Stonewall Jackson?
Stonewall Jackson.
Nice.
Yeah, he's fun.
You tell them what.
You ever could try to climb it?
Well, he's got a really good knob to hold on to right there.
You finally hit the right sound effect. Oh, what have I done with Dino to let him have full control over expanded sound effects now?
No, it's a little scary.
Yeah, it's a,
Oh, we had to do that to the lighting guy the other night.
really.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. The lighting engineer who did the lights at the Brothers After All show. It was the first time he's ever done lights. And apparently nobody ever showed him how.
And it's the last time, I'm assuming.
And it is the last time he will ever do lights for us.
First,
That's-
last.
Where'd you find this guy?
He normally does the video because we got video walls behind us, and he's mixing the video for that. And he's a stagehand. And somebody decided it was a good idea to let him hold the lighting console. And it was a bad idea.
Wow.
And it's not his fault. He's a great guy and everything, and he tried. He just had no idea what he was doing. Nobody showed him how. And apparently the phrase, leave it right there, doesn't mean anything to him. So,
He didn't leave it right there.
no, he didn't.
Do you have like a strobe light effect going on up there, or
Well, he had us all lit up green like we were about to puke.
Wow, it's a
That's the back,
Shrek.
the backline element to your brothers. After all, something I really like too, because I've seen like I said, seen the Allman Brothers a million times. It seems like, and they always had a really cool back video of the mushrooms and the the kind of the trippy stuff and all that, and you guys try to represent that, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we tried to, and it's Mitch, the percussionist, who really puts all that time in to make that happen. Mm-hmm. And it's weird, he bought these giant big screens, like they're giant big screen TVs, and you go to put them up, and when you're standing out in the audience, they look like they're this big. It's disappointing. So we're working up to it. It's getting better all the time. We got a bunch of tapestries and trying to represent properly.
Cool.
you still playing through that Soldano?
Yeah, using the same amp.
That's a badass amp.
It sure is.
And I'm lucky enough, Pete Quigley, who's the other guitar player, he's got the era correct Les Pauls, like the exact same year and models that they played on the famous live recording. And he lets me use one during the show, and
Wow.
it's just unbelievable.
Cool.
Those are valuable collector's items.
Wow.
I'm sure they are.
So it makes it real authentic.
Right on.
Absolutely.
You guys done nerding out on guitar stuff?
No, there's no such thing as finishing.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm over here by myself.
You just hit stuff. Get over here.
Yeah,
Get over it.
anger management.
You want to talk about banjos? They got like a little snare on it.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the rhythm then?
That's
that
a,
be-
that's
that
a
could-
rhythm instrument, yeah.
Yes. So Lefty
Yes.
had coined the new term for us. So it's whether it's the rhythm or the riff that makes the song. He coined.
He said it was the rhythm.
Rift-em.
Yeah, very political thing to say.
I like it.
Covering both bases, I guess.
Ah,
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So as we were talking there a little bit before the show, and we were sharing a little bit of our stories about the Main Street shows and so forth. Do you guys got a a Tales from the Road here, so that you want to kind of give a little story about there's some crazy stuff.
The only thing I can tell you about is anytime I go anywhere, I end up signing Ace Frehley autographs.
And he's not even kidding either.
No, we went to that. Who did we get
We went to go see Seven Dust and I think it was Static X.
at the call? What's that place called?
The Revolution.
Revolution.
And we walk in the door, and they head to the bar right away. I went to the bathroom. I come out, and some guy's buying him a drink. Well, some guy's buying Ace Frehley a drink.
Yeah, and he's like, his chick, we saw you in Houston last week, man. You were freaking great. I'm like, thanks for coming out, man. Make sure you pick up the album. Can we get your autograph? Sure. Can I buy you a drink? Absolutely. It happens to me all the time.
Really?
Well, a few times a year. Let's put it that way.
That's awesome.
How
I
often
went
do you
and
go?
saw Paul
How often do
Stanley
you go out
at,
walking around like Ace Frehley in the whole
I saw
costume
Paul
and everything?
Stanley up there in Orlando with his solo band, and I was outside signing autographs left and right.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Did Paul get his cut?
Can't tell you.
No, Gene. I mean Gene. Did Gene
Right.
get his cut?
Right.
Yeah. You just lean into it. Why not? Right?
Right.
Free drinks, and I just got to sign some autographs.
So Paul Stanley's got a solo band?
He did back in the early 2000s, I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah. He had that album out called Live to Win. Remember?
I'll have to listen to it. Was it a lot different than Kiss stuff?
Not really.
I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, it's a good album.
His solo album from the 70s was not my favorite of the four.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I have to say Ace is the
Ace was
best.
by
Ace
far
is
the best.
absolute-
Yeah, Ace's solo was the best.
Yeah.
Just happens to be my favorite guitar player too. So
Yeah. I'm a big Ace Frehley fan as
me
well.
too.
So I'm just fascinated by that story. Did you totally live it up with Ace antics and all, and
absolutely.
the act and
Absolutely.
bad jokes, right?
He never said he wasn't. That's for sure.
Yep.
As long as it say yeah.
I think I even had an Ace Frehley shirt on that night, didn't I?
You did. You were walking around wearing a shirt of yourself. How conceited can you be?
That sounds like a little. That sounds like Ace.
We're gonna send Ace Frehley a Chris Macri shirt.
There you
See
go.
what
Oh,
happens?
that,
There you go.
That's awesome, bro.
That's a great idea.
yeah.
I'll bet he'll wear that on his next
Please,
album cover.
yeah. Please wear the shirt and impersonate me. That'd be pretty funny.
It's like, yeah, tell Gene and Paul I got no regrets.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's too funny. So, all right. So that's a. Where was it? Where was it in Orlando?
There's a
UCF.
Universal, I think it was in.
Oh, Universal.
Yeah.
Okay.
House of Blues?
I don't remember where it was. Man, it was like 12, 14 years ago, but it was up.
They got a House of Rock.
That must be where
House
it
of
was.
Rock in there. What's it called?
There's a House
House
of
of
Blues.
Blues. House of Blues.
House of
House of Blues.
Yeah.
There's a House of Blues, but
Or
then
Hard
there's
Rock?
There's a Hard Rock.
There's a Hard Rock.
There's a Hard Rock in there
That's outside of
by
it.
the big lake.
I think it was at
think.
the Hard Rock.
The Hard Rock is in Universal. Yeah.
Yeah, it was in Universal for sure.
Now I'm so super confused now. Where's the Hard Rock venue?
Yeah, I thought the House of Blues was in Universal.
I don't know. All I know is it's one of those theme parks, and it's got a big lake in front of it, and the Hard Rock has got
No,
like a
no,
steampunk
no.
ice cream
No.
shop.
Theme
No,
park
you're-
with a big
yes.
lake in front of it.
No.
That narrows it down
Yes.
in Orlando.
I know. Thank you, Shamu.
And it's also got the Sylvester Stallone's place.
No, it's you're thinking of downtown Disney, which is where the House of Blues is, and the Hard Rock.
Oh,
is.
okay.
Yeah, so
All right.
we're in the right.
House
Yeah,
of Blues is over near the Cirque du Soleil.
that's right. Yes, downtown Disney or whatever they call it now.
I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta get out more often, dude.
I do. Well, I don't have a life. I'm just out having fun all the time.
Stop that, man. Stop that, so you can go live life.
I gotta stop having a good time so I can go do what you think I should do. Okay, that's a good idea.
I saw so the same venue we believe you're at.
Yeah.
Can't confirm nor deny, but we're guessing here. I had back in November, just happened to be up there for a work trip, and said, "All right, let me see who's playing over at the Hard Rock tonight." And it was George Thorogood,
Cool.
Okay.
and he was solo, and I'd never been in that Hard Rock before, and it was a really cool, small, little intimate set,
Yes.
venue, right? I
Yes.
was like, this is great.
Yes.
I was a little disappointed in the show. Again, I get that the guy is 70 years old, right? And everyone's placed down a step now, and it's not the same pace. I know I may have been also a little sick too, so I may have been that could have been a little bit like I wasn't enjoying myself. And plus, I was by myself as well too. But I said, all right, I've got to go see. He's one of those names. Check it off the list. I think, and it was that part of the tour last year. He was touring and opening for Sammy Hagar.
Okay.
So I was hoping, but he must have had an off night to fill in while he wasn't with Sammy on that show. So
Yeah, I had that same problem. I had off night with Sammy.
Yeah.
That joke's going nowhere.
wah wah wah.
David's coming back out on tour. He's got Joe Satriani playing guitar, and of course Michael Anthony.
Is it
and
the
I don't know.
chicken foot?
Nope, it's not Chickenfoot. It's Sammy Hagar.
And
but
the Circle.
And is it and the Circle?
Yeah, because Bonham's playing.
Okay.
Which is basically the same as Chickenfoot, I think, except for a different drummer.
Yeah, and I don't know who's playing keys, but Sammy puts stuff out on Instagram all the time. So,
Right,
so
right.
I saw a post this morning.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
Oh, that's right. I saw a video that he posted on social media was that he was jamming with Chad Smith from the Chili Peppers, and Jason Bonham walks in. He was like,
Yeah, Chad Smith
I saw
was,
that.
Chad Smith was the drummer from Chickenfoot.
"That's it. That's it."
Correct.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it must be the Circle. You can't. There's so many bands he's in.
Yeah.
You know, who's he playing with today? Right.
Sammy's great.
You ain't kidding.
I was
Yeah,
just
Sammy's
listening to him singing "Bad Motor Scooter," and his voice sounded the same then as it does now.
Well, we do Rock Candy in our
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock candy, baby.
Okay. Yeah. I remember seeing a video posted. You guys were playing singing that song. Was this the
no.
band? It was like you guys were jamming like in a house or something, right? Or was that something different?
You may have seen the one we did at Terra Firmata. That was about, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, and then we did one at Shay's, too,
Okay.
where Ralphie jumped up and played with us.
That wasn't Rock Candy, though.
Oh, that's right. You're right. It wasn't.
Yeah. But the Terra Firmata one we did a few years ago.
Yeah, we did Rock Candy there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Sammy's got great. Well, we've
Got a great.
we've talked about him before.
Which a few years ago was a different band. Me and Chris obviously were playing together, but we had a different drummer, different bass player. So different name, different song list, minus a few.
Just different.
Yeah, the whole vibe's different.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
Looking forward to hearing it.
It's sounding better than I ever thought it would, I got to be honest.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. When it sounds better than you expect, that's when it's fun.
All right, Kevin. Well, we've got a little bit of shows here, intro plugs and promotion to pay for this shit. So,
Okay,
here. So
I have a plug and promotion that I would like to do.
okay, then look at the camera.
It's because I forgot to do it when I was supposed to. So the deal for my album release parties was if you're a subscriber to the Facebook page and you show up to one of the parties, you got a free T-shirt. And Paul is a subscriber, and he showed up and he did not get his free T-shirt. So I've been carrying this around with me all day, every day until I
Oh.
saw you again. It's got the Kevin McLaughlin Band logo on the front,
Oh, wow.
Well, there you go.
and the It's About Time.
It's about time you brought me my damn shirt.
Well, I'm staying to form. It's about time I brought this damn shirt over. Thank you, Paul.
You got it, man.
That is yours.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Damn.
I could have used it definitely that day because
Yeah.
I think I went through 2 shirts with that rainstorm that they had.
Yeah,
you
we
know,
all got soaking wet.
Yeah.
We were dancing in the rain, having a good time.
Oh, it was crazy. I dropped the glass.
Dino, were you there when it was hailing?
Yeah, I was.
He was our photographer for the event.
A lot of crazy people are on there, isn't there?
It was all right. It wasn't too crazy.
Yeah, you had enough eventually. You just hung the camera up and left it running and bolted.
And then somebody was looking for his camera, but I won't go any further. Anyway, all right. So let's do our little promos here for our sponsors and advertisers for who puts on this shit wagon. All right, we'd like to thank. Insert later.
The new album from Kevin McLaughlin is out, and it's about time. Available everywhere May 17th. Press from around the world are saying it's amazing, anthemic, catchy, fun, and perfect, an absolute gem, and nothing short of extraordinary. Now's your chance to own the limited edition collector's pack that includes a set list from the live show it was recorded from, the CD, a sticker, a personal note for you, all wrapped up in a custom bandana. Purchase direct from the artist now and become a part of the Kevin McLaughlin Band family at kevinmclaughlinband.com. It is my sincere wish
that you will be able to connect with this music. It was all written from personal experience, and I hope you can relate to what I was going through. Old school, recorded live, no studio tricks to make it great. It's just what it is. So I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for getting your copy of It's About Time.
All right. So anyway, so
Wait a minute.
no, we're gonna add it later. That's a part of the show that we can add stuff in the middle. We do our editing later.
Oh, okay. So you can
Yeah.
put commercials in and
Yeah.
stuff?
At least I did an introduction instead of just jamming it in there like so awkwardly.
Instead of just jamming it in there, you're going to insert later.
yes.
Really?
Okay. Then now we know how you roll.
Yes, that's right. Hey, that's how I roll.
So
Drummers.
we have some important people to recognize.
No, yeah, we do. Yes. Yeah.
So let's hear it.
In a second here.
Okay.
So, all right, guys. So, in one of the
Are you guys married?
well, we're not allowed in this state.
He's already married, so he's
Yeah.
not Mormon.
Yeah,
Just checking.
not in this state. So, yeah. So, big shout out here. So, what we want to do is part of our House of Wine, Beer and Spirits MVP of the week here. So, we've got our whiskey of the week here, and a good sponsor here of the brand there, Stolock Whiskey. There. So, you remarked about this whiskey before, man.
Yeah, it's good. Tracy and I have been on a whiskey mission for like nearly a year now, and we've been trying out all kinds of stuff. And this measures up with some of the best stuff we've drank.
So, Kevin can't have any tonight, so I'm going to drink it all in front of him to make him
Drink it all in front of me. That's fine. I'll get
Chug, 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 chug,
No.
chug.
We have a no
be my
chug we have a no chug policy in the studio.
It'll be my revenge for the Fireball story.
That's exactly why we have new rules in here now.
We have new rules. Yeah. Well, what had happened was I was telling this story about how I was doing a performance out at the Kissimmee Prairie at a house party.
Hey Tracy, can you get for the prop out of the freezer there?
No. And the one of the things of the party, one of the highlights of the party was that I could chug from a handle of Fireball and play a guitar solo at the same time. And so every once in a while, the guy who hired me, the host of the party, he would bring a bunch of friends up close and he'd be like, "Watch this," and he'd hand me the thing, and I just go. "Nah." But so at the end of the show, I was pretty hammered, and there was some.
That's what your guitar solo sounded like.
Yeah. So I'm reenacting the story, and he puts a bottle of Fireball in my hand. So I end up chugging out of this thing about four times while I'm telling the story, and I could not leave afterwards. I ended up sleeping right there on that couch.
Hey, better safe than sorry.
Yeah, well, if I could have found the door, I probably would have left, but I couldn't find it.
Couldn't even find the floor.
Yeah, it was bad.
Hard to leave when you can't find the door.
That's right. Just like Joe says,
You check in, but you can't check out.
it is hard to leave when you can't find the door.
Yeah, so that's why we have a no chug policy now because somebody,
I chugged.
yes, too hard. So yeah, so our House of Wine, Beer and Spirits MVP of the week. So do you guys have a shout out there? Billy.
Sure.
Yeah,
I got several shouts out. That's all right.
Sure.
First and foremost, my family, my wife, Colleen, who's been very supportive of everything I do. My daughter, Aubrey and Leila, and then my son, Riley, who just graduated high school. Big shout out
That's
to all
right.
them.
Congrats.
Love them very much, all. Musically, big shout out to my man, Kevin McLaughlin. He's, I love his tone, his style. I've been starting to learn from him a little bit, and I hope I can make him proud. Since I've been in the Treasure Coast, really the guys who've probably helped me the most is like Paul Byes and Chris Springer. They've been great with me over the years. We've had our ups and downs. Most of it alcohol infused ups and downs, but they're absolutely they've been a great help to me, especially Chris being a lefty.
Yeah, you guys, not too many lefties around.
No, and R.I.P. Mario, who was a lefty as well, and Frank the Tank, who I'm wearing his shirt, former Sonic Sun guitar players, both passed on. So, I mean, that's about it for me. What do you got there, Chris?
I'm going to give a shout out to my friend Tony Colorado, who lives in Port St. Lucie. and you. I recently got married, and we had to move my wife like in one day. And Billy and my friend Tony Colorado showed up, and with
And Johnny.
and Johnny, our
Larry.
drummer, and helped me move. And it was a big undertaking, and we got it done. And then a few days later, again, I had some trouble with my lawn tractor, so I called Tony Colorado again because he's pretty mechanical. And he came over and took the carburetor off for me and cleaned it and put it back on, and I can mow the grass again. So
Rock on.
What about musically? Anything for
everybody
around
around
here?
everybody.
How about a big shout out to Ace? All right.
Oh yeah, my
Yeah, you
my
wouldn't
good,
get any free drinks without him.
my good friend Ace Carey, who we lost
Oh, Ace, that Ace, sorry.
Yeah.
probably one of my very best friends, and instilled a lot of confidence in me about playing with bands again, because I hadn't played for a long time. And Ace was always very encouraging to me to get back into it, and helped me with my tone a little bit, and just an all around good friend. And I'm gonna miss him, as you guys are as well.
Yeah, no doubt.
Sure.
And he made the best brownies in the world as well.
Well, the best worst brownies, because one night years ago, I think the statute of limitations is up now. I ate 2 of them, and I was on another planet. How everything ended up me being safe at the end of the night is beyond me, but it did happen.
I've only let somebody ride my Harley one freaking time, only once, and it was one night when I ate some of Ace's brownies, and I'm like, there's no way I can ride this motorcycle home. So I
Wow.
had to have a friend do it.
Oh, yeah, that's a big deal.
And I was at Shay's drinking Crown Royal too, so.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oof.
Ooh, Crown Royal and brownies?
Oh, yeah.
Oof,
Throw napalm on a fire.
pretty much.
Yeah, that's a don't ride home.
Yeah.
Well, cool. No, great shout outs there. Good recognition, both of you guys. Some very personal and musical stuff, and yeah, all these fucking lefties, right? What's up with that, right? I know. I said I until I met Billy, and then I was like, oh yeah, Chris, and I'm like, is all the lefties hanging out in Port St. Lucie?
Yeah, there's quite a few of them. Seems like.
It's something about the water.
Yeah,
The water in Port St. Lucie makes you left-handed.
yeah. We've been trying to.
Notice Chris is drinking out of a bottle.
We got left-handed cigarettes there too.
Yeah, well, I worked in a music store forever, and left-handed guitar players have a huge challenge. Because if you want to get a left-handed guitar, it is a non-cancelable special order 99% of the time.
Don't you just turn it upside down?
No,
No, it doesn't work that way.
No.
It's not like a baseball mitt. You just turn it inside out.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Well, you could technically turn it upside down, but there's more work involved than that.
Yeah, there's more to it.
Unless you want to play it completely upside down.
Which some lefties do that.
Yeah, but I would just think it would be a pain in the ass with the knobs right there, right on top of you. I think
Yeah,
that would be too much.
Arms always move.
You ever
the
notice
knobs.
on the Steve Miller Band Fly Like an Eagle album, he's playing the Stratocaster upside down.
Is he? I never knew that.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a righty, though.
Yep,
Wow.
So he was playing a lefty?
upside down.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm getting really
noticed
confused. I'm getting confused now.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Like one of the
Interesting.
pictures on the actual
It's
album
the actual
cover?
album cover.
No kidding. Oh, I'll have to
Interesting.
research that.
All right.
That's a great album.
Well, I'm a big Steve Miller fan. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
so Chris is challenging you to fact check him, Kevin. That's what he's saying.
I don't have to double check him. I believe him.
Fact check me. All right. Well, very cool. So good shout outs there. And yeah, we've been trying to get Mr. Springer on the show here. So, we'll get him eventually at some point
Yeah.
there. So
Maybe we can put a good word in for us.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk to him. I'll tell him, get his butt down here.
I'll say, all right. Well, Chris, you had to.
I'll say it right here. Quit being a little bitch, Chris. Get your ass down here.
There you go.
No, me and Chris are good friends. We talk to each other like that, jokingly, of course.
Yeah, Chris is awesome.
And this Chris too.
Oh yeah.
I showed up to a Springer show at the Square Grouper here in Jupiter wearing a Kevin McLaughlin shirt, and he's like giving me shit. He goes, "What are you wearing a Kevin McLaughlin shirt to my show for?" I go, "Well, if you had your own shirts, I would wear your stuff to Kevin's show."
My wife wore the Kevin McLaughlin tank top to the concert, so you got some promo in St. Augustine.
Way cool.
Yeah,
Way cool. I'll have to go book some shows there.
absolutely.
What Billy's telling you need to send the check in the mail for the sponsorship. and
That ain't
advertising.
free.
All right.
So, all right. So, as we get wrap up here, guys, I know we could talk a whole ton of stories here. You guys can come back next week and share and shoot more shit and talk more.
Yeah, we'd love that.
Cool.
We'll be in town for another week or so.
Okay, very good. And then we'll, we got to do a song review in next week's show, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we got a pretty cool band. Did you get a chance to?
I did not. Maybe well between now and then I'll certainly.
Yeah. All right. So you got a whole week to get this assignment done. Okay.
Yeah.
Fit into your busy schedule. Okay.
I'll do it.
So before we wrap up, guys, any socials or any plugs that for the new band there you want people to check out? Just go to. You got any socials? Things like that.
We have a Facebook page, Back in Business.
Okay.
It's under construction. We're putting some stuff there. We're getting some videos put on there and stuff like that. Right now it's under construction, but we'll have it out pretty soon.
All right. Very good.
Been rehearsing our asses off, and
That's all that matters.
just about ready to
That's
come
right.
out.
Yeah.
So it's going to be good.
All right. There we go. Back to business. Back in business.
In with the
in business.
letter N.
Back
Oh.
in business, yeah.
Like Back in Black.
No, that's IN. It's just the letter N.
I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna fucking shut up now.
Good, bro.
Yeah.
Quit while I'm not ahead.
Yeah.
Obviously.
We're not going to let you do promo work for us.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. We're not going down this path again. Again, last episode, you and Frey just kind of never gave up about drums and rums, and it says drums and drums.
Yeah. It says drums and drums.
No, drums and drums.
Drums and drum. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Drums
And no D. The D is
drums
silent.
and drums.
Fuck. This is what I have to put up with, people. So anyway, thanks again, guys, for tuning in and coming on here to the show. Check out the podcast on YouTube. Listen on Apple, Spotify, Pandora, and all those other great places there. And the ding, yes, right. We finally got the right bell.
Oh, that is the right bell sound.
He finally got it. Well, it looks like a bicycle bell or something.
No, I already have that one, but that's a different one.
Dino is trying to step up his game here by improving his sound effects here, and we never had a bell.
Now we have the right bell, and
So don't forget to hit the...
yeah. No, wrong one. So you know why you hit the bell, right? You hit the bell so that you get notified. You got to have your YouTube notifications on, and you'll get notified when we put up new videos. And now we're doing them as a premiere, which is actually pretty cool. If you put some YouTubes up on if you put any videos up on YouTube, do it as a premiere, because what happens is, like, you set the time, and then it counts down, like 10, 9, 8, 7, and then you play it, and it plays like a regular show. You can't rewind it or nothing. It's cool. And people can chat. It's like, oh, I can't wait till it starts.
Cool.
It's like a live without being live, and then once it's done, then you can
Yeah, then you can
rewatch
watch
it
it
and
over.
all over and over again. So, but yeah, we had some new videos up on the Patreon page. Some behind the scenes stuff.
Very far behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there was some interesting conversation that was going on in the pre-show there. We're going to wonder what we've got for this show here. So that's right. We never got to the lizard reference.
No, that's right. We'll have to wait till next week.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about it next week. So,
Oh, and it won't be fresh in our minds, though.
well, hopefully it still won't be fresh in that toilet. So,
So tell us about the time you saw a lizard in the toilet.
Well, I was going in, minding my own business, of course, and just had to go. Luckily, I didn't have to do number 2, because that thing would have scared the living daylights out of me. There might have been a bigger mess in the bathroom, I'll tell you that. But I'm peeing, and the thing isn't moving. It's under the water, and I thought it was a poop that didn't go all the way down from the last time. And then when I started flushing, the thing started moving. And I'm like, that is not what a poop is supposed to do. So,
No,
turned out to be a lizard, a pretty decent-sized lizard, too.
when he flushed the toilet, it was like being in a wave
It was-
Rapids water park.
it was swimming, like trying to get out of a black hole. Ah.
Well, everybody was
Trying to get out of quicksand or something.
everybody's comments about that toilet because it's like the perfect color toilet.
It looks like something from the 70s.
It is.
Yeah, yes, this whole room
The
is.
brown toilet.
You need some wall paneling up.
Yeah, and our two-way mirror.
Yeah.
That simulated rock.
That's probably what that is a two-way mirror right there.
The FBI's on the other side.
Yeah. Gonna bust somebody I know for making moonshine.
Right. This is simulated rock, like some bands I know.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. There's a few out there.
All right, guys. So thanks for tuning in to this episode of Riffs and Rhythms podcast. So let's wrap this sucker up there, Mr. McLaughlin.
Well, all right. So
Yeah.
this is one more episode in the books. My name's
It is.
Kevin McLaughlin, and I'm the Riffs.
And I'm Paul Robertson. I am the Rhythms.
The Riffs and Rhythms podcast, where we consistently prove that the riffs are better.
Wrong.